So the question then has to be asked, well, how did the devil become the god of this world? How did he end up being the spirit that works in the children of disobedience? How did he end up being in control of the whole world? And we know that we are of God, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. What an interesting description. All encompassing. We are of God, and the only other option, there's only two sides. We are, as the children of God, we are of God. And the rest of the world, the whole world, lieth in wickedness. It's interesting, if you look it up actually in the Greek, and if you look at some other translations, it actually says what it means when the whole world lieth in wickedness is the world is under the control of the wicked one. The world is under the sway and control of the evil one. That's what it means. So put all these things together and you see this alarming picture develop. But in this picture, you start to understand the reality of the world we live in. In other words, things are not always as they seem or as they appear to be, because Satan is an expert in deception. Satan is an expert from the very beginning at presenting things not necessarily as they really are, presenting a false front. And part of what he presents falsely to people is this fake freedom, or this false freedom, which is the subject of what we want to talk about today, because it relates to freedom. You know, people are believing that, you know, we want to have a free and a fair election because we live in the free world, in the civilized world, in the democracy, and belief in the democracy, and that's going to be destroyed if you question it, and all this big debate that's happening. These are the issues at play. The Bible reveals to us that the devil actually is behind the scenes operating, working. So the question then has to be asked, well, how did the devil become the god of this world? How did he end up being the spirit that works in the children of disobedience? How did he end up being in control of the whole world? The whole world lies in wickedness, or under the control of Satan. This is a very significant thing. And how much does God have to do with all of this? This is what we want to explore. We'll look at how it first started in the very beginning. But I'm thinking of a song and a hymn that we often sing. And it comes to mind in light of this, because looking at these verses only, the picture seems almost a little bleak. And the song and the hymn I'm thinking of is the one that starts with, "This is my Father's world." I think you know, "This is my Father's world." You familiar with that hymn? And we sing that along, beautiful hymn. I love it. But think about it in light of the verses we're finding. I want to offer the theological parentheses here to explain. This was our Father's world when he created it, fully reflecting him in Eden before the fall of man. But since that time, this world has been hijacked by Satan, who became the god of this world. And to a large degree now, this world, even though it still belongs to God, does not accurately reflect and portray and reveal the God who made it. Actually, the God of this world has more to do with it. And now the world lies in wickedness. Now, of course, this is going to be changed soon. Jesus came and won the battle and reclaimed this world as his. He now occupies the position in heaven to represent man. And soon this world and all that is in it will be renewed and become the Father's world again, to truly and accurately reflect and reveal the true owner of this world. But in the meantime, this is why we're saying something has happened. And how that started is in reference to, I refer to it at the very beginning there in Eden, how Satan became the god of this. When God created Adam and Eve, he gave man dominion. He gave dominion and rule over this world. Adam was free to rule under God, and he had true, genuine freedom. We're going to explore that in a little bit as well, because this is the issue today. A lot of people talking about freedom and rights and doing things, you know, determining our destiny by the choices we make. I want to put it to you, according to the scriptures, only God's government gives people true freedom and choice. And this is what God gave to Adam. He didn't just give Adam dominion. He didn't just give him rule. He actually gave Adam the freedom, and where Adam could actually choose to leave God's government. He put a tree in the garden. It's called the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And said to Adam, Adam, don't eat of it. The day you eat of it, you die. But you're free to make a choice, to leave my government, my kingdom of life and beauty and every good thing. You are free to choose to walk out of that and choose death. I don't want you to do that. I don't want that for you, but I've made you free. This is what God's government is like. He gave man free choice. And when Eve went to the tree, or Adam went to, you know, and ate from the fruit when his wife gave him, God didn't send an angel and say, Adam, what are you doing? Stop that right now. Don't do that. You're not allowed to do that. No, there is true freedom in God's government, even though Adam made the wrong choice. So Adam was not just in a pretty prison You know, the Garden of Eden was not a gilded prison or everything beautiful, but he was jailed. He actually had the freedom to walk out, and sadly he did, through the deception of Satan as far as Eve was concerned, but Adam made the choice. And this demonstrates something for us about God's government. And when he made that choice, something happened in this world, because the rule and the dominion that God had given to Adam as the ruler of this world now passed on to his captor, the one who usurped his position, and that is Satan, the one who deceived mankind. If you like this clip and you want deeper insights, then you can watch the full message by clicking here. And if you want to study the Bible with me and strengthen your faith, then join me and enroll at the Bible Academy right here. I'll see you there.